Hi everyone, today I want to talk about a clever way psychologists study forgetting, not just by asking people what they remember, but by looking how fluency they remember it. Fluency means how quickly and smoothly we can bring a memory to mind, and when that fluency fades, is an often sign that forgetting is happening, even if we don't fully get the information. In psychology, fluency is a measure of how easily we can retrieve something from memory. If you answer a question right away with no hesitation, that's high fluency. But if you pause, struggle, or second guess yourself, that's low fluency. This tells us something about the strength of the memory trace, how well the memory is stored in your brain. When fluency drops, it might be due to decay, which means the memory is fading over time or interference with other memories that get in the way. Researchers often use fluency to track how memory changes over time. Let's say someone learns a list of words. Right after studying, they can recall the words quickly and confidently. That's high fluency. But a few days later, they might still remember the words, but it takes longer or they hesitate. That slower recall shows that the memory is becoming less accessible. This is important because it gives us more than just a yes or no answer. Instead of asking, did you remember it? We ask, how easily did you remember it? That shift helps psychologists understand the process of forgetting, not just the outcome. It also shows how much mental effort and cognitive load is needed to retrieve the memory. When fluency is low, the brain has to work harder, sometimes using retrieval cues like hints or memories to help. Here's a real life example. Learning a new language. One day you might say hello and thank you in Spanish without thinking. That's high fluency. But after a week without practice, you pause. Wait, how do you say that again? That pause means fluency has dropped. You haven't totally forgotten the word, but it's harder to reach. This could also be because lack of rehearsal or because other words may be interfering with your memory. Even though you eventually remember it, the delay tells us that forgetting is starting to happen. So fluency isn't just about speed, it's a cue about how strong your memory is and how much effort your brain is putting into retrieving something. When psychologists study fluency, they're not just measuring what you know, they're watching how the brain works to find the knowledge. It's a reminder that forgetting isn't all or nothing, it's a graduative shift, a slowly fade, and fluency helps us see the process in action. Even when you pause or hesitate, your brain is still trying, still reaching, still connecting the dots. That effort matters. It shows that learning is active and memory is something we build and rebrand over time. So next time you feel stuck or unsure, don't be too hard on yourself. That moment of struggling is a part of how we learn and a part of how we grow.